see, this is where cycling is not the most fun, right here. You got idiots like this pulling out in front of you. Whoa.
Alright, inner tubes, what's the best way of commuting? Bicycle, motorcycle, or car? We're going to take a look today. Stay tuned. Okay, contender number one, a 2007 Cervelo P2C, C standing for carbon. It's got Dura Ace components on it. Weighs in at about 19 pounds with all the stuff I've got on it. It's got carbon wheels. I bought this in 2007, had the frame replaced on warranty in 2009 after I cracked it. This bike has some sentimental value to me. It has carried me to a couple of triathlon wins, a few, and also to an Ontario championship. So definitely a fast bike, although it is a bit outdated by now. I use it for commuting. I put road bars on it and then tri-bars on top of that. So one of the advantages to taking a bike is that you get to places like this.
This sure beats the highway, and it definitely beats being stuck in traffic. Watch out, little doggy. Look at the part of the bluffs over here. If you do not have a nice place like this to ride, well, you have to ride where you can ride. And the truth is that if you're riding in traffic on dense roads, a lot of times you'll be faster on a bicycle than you would be in your car or on your motorcycle, unless you can lane split, which in most places you can't. Another advantage of riding a bike is the fuel efficiency. It's the most fuel efficient. Infinite miles per gallon. All you need is a sandwich and you're good to go. And along with that comes another advantage, which is it's the only one of the commuting systems that really keeps you in shape. Here we go, get some speed going. Up the hill we go. All right, so yet another advantage of commuting via bicycle is that it is the cheapest way to go. For a one-time outlay of money, buying your bike, you get pretty much, as long as you keep that bike up pretty nicely and maintain it well, you don't really have to spend much money after that. Maybe some inner tubes, change the chain, a couple other things, little chain oil. That's all you really need to do. And that bike will serve you well. There's no insurance, no gas, no parking. You get to keep it inside. Now, there are several disadvantages to the bicycle. First of all, it's the slowest. You're basically at the whim of nature. If the wind's against you, you're going to be significantly slowed. If it's hilly, you're going to significantly slow down. You're just not going to go as fast unless you live in a city with lots of traffic where the bike is actually faster than cars. Another disadvantage is that when you get to work in the morning, you might be sweaty, you might need a shower. You might need a change of clothes that you have to either carry with you or leave at work. I don't want to wear a helmet there, buddy. Another disadvantage of riding your bike to work is figuring out where to lock it up. Toronto is the bike theft capital of Canada, maybe the bike theft capital of the world. And let me tell you, if you're going to lock your bike up outside in Toronto, it better be a cheap bike and it better be an expensive lock. Sun's shining, birds are singing, spring has sprung. And a bicycle allows you to experience that closer up than either a motorcycle or a car does. You take your time passing things, you see things you would otherwise miss, and you get to go through little places like this that cars and motorcycles can't go through. All right, see, this is where cycling is not the most fun, right here. You got idiots like this pulling out in front of you. Bikes are also the least visible, and so this is where you have to watch out the most. But this is where a bike makes sense, right here. Everyone's stuck in traffic, you're going right through. Small motorcycle too, same thing. You do have to watch out for doors opening. Ah, Jesus, dude, what the frig? You do have to watch out for doors opening with these parked cars. We call that the door prize. When you get thumped by a door, when some unthinking person swings it open while you're going by.
Contender number 2, a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo with the Pentastar V6, 290 horsepower, 260 pounds of torque, and not the greatest mileage. Specs in the description, guys. You can drive year-round. Here in Canada, you can't ride a motorcycle in the winter. Both on a bicycle and on a motorcycle, I'm through that gap and I'm at the front of the line, not in the car. Another disadvantage is that it's the most expensive way of getting to work by far. Cars are the most expensive out of the 3 options. It's the worst on gas. It'll cost you the most gas to get to work. And let's face it, this is the least fun way to get to work. Alright guys, another reason why a car is better than a bike, either bike, is this right here. Weather protection. You cannot get this kind of weather protection on 2 wheels. It doesn't matter what weather it is, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, what the ice conditions are. The traction in a car will always beat the traction on 2 wheels. And of course, we have the beast. 2014 Moto Guzzi Stelvio. 105 horsepower, about 76 pound-feet of torque.
The advantages of a motorcycle. Well, it combines the speed of a car with the nimbleness of a bicycle. So you can go as fast as you go in your car and still, when you're commuting, fit through all those little spaces that your bicycle can fit through. Another advantage, it's just nicer to ride a motorcycle than it is to drive a car. Sorry car guys, but that's just an objective fact. I mean, this is great. I'm out, I'm smelling the smells, I'm feeling the wind. I feel more connected to nature on a motorcycle than I do in a car. Another advantage of a motorcycle, or you might see this as a disadvantage, is that it's going to take you longer to get home. You could get home faster if you wanted to, but you end up doing what I'm doing right now, which is going off on roads you never explored, going 100 kilometers out of the way, and just checking out places you've never checked out before. And that is something that I rarely, I never feel like doing that in the car. I do that on a bicycle, but with a bicycle you're limited in range. You can only go so far out of the way. Whoa. That was sandy. This bike is really moving around here. With a bicycle, you're limited in range to how far you can go, whereas with a motorcycle, you can go as far as you go in your car. Another advantage of a motorcycle is that it's better on gas than a car. Yeah, it's not as efficient as a bicycle, but if you're going to spend money on gas and possibly on insurance, most places motorcycle insurance is cheaper than car insurance. Most places you'll pay very little for motorcycle insurance, and probably half, maybe half for gas. This bike is about twice as efficient as my car. Brooke's bike, which is a 300cc Honda, is probably 3 times as efficient as my car. Bumpy here. Where are we here? I gotta figure out where we are. Sometimes you just get lost being on a motorcycle. Town line. Alright, well, we'll just head straight here. Which is another great thing about a motorcycle. You just go off into the distance. Who cares? If you get lost, doesn't matter. You're still having fun. This is what motorcycles are for. They're for exploring. Now, disadvantages of a motorcycle. As stated before, weather protection. This bike actually has great weather protection. It rained this morning. I wasn't really wet at all. But most of them don't have weather protection as good as this one. So, if it's raining, you are going to get wet. And if it's winter, you're not probably going to ride. Only the true hardcore types will ride in the winter. Oh, this is nice. So, yeah, personally, I ride maybe 7.5 months out of the year here in Canada. I envy you guys down from the southern portion of, well, North America and other places where you can ride year-round. It'd be great. Unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of doing that. So another disadvantage is that it is more dangerous than driving a car. Let's face it. I mean, I'm not gonna make up any statistics here or lie to you. You are in more risk being on 2 wheels than being on 4 wheels. And that is true of a bicycle, and that is true of a motorcycle. A motorcycle is better than a bike in the sense that it can keep up with the speed of traffic, so you're less likely to get rear-ended hard by someone who's, you know, jockeying for position or whatever. But a bicycle is narrower and can stay towards the side of the road and can let cars pass. So, and a bicycle can also go off on bike paths and off the beaten path, so it can stay off the road and be safer that way. But the car is definitely the king of safety as far as that is concerned, as far as traction is concerned, and as far as crashing is concerned. I'd much rather crash in a car than crash in a motorcycle. You're in a cage after all, and that cage has been engineered to crumple around you but save you. What a gorgeous, gorgeous ride this is. This is great. Yeah, see, I never would have come here in a car. Never would have crossed my mind. I would have taken the highway and the city streets home. And here we are in Stovall. For the love of Joe. There it is. Beautiful. Perfect. One-way steel bridge. Careful on these. Nice and easy. You never want to hit these wet. Yes. And this is where you get to make mincemeat of city traffic here. If these people would just get out of the way. See, this isn't technically lane splitting. But the big panniers do kind of limit my, these guys are going to pull through here. I'm not going to go through on this guy here because everyone's pulling into my lane. Talk about chaos in city traffic. This dude here doesn't know how to park at all. Yeah, that's right. Good job, car drivers, I tell you. If I parked a car like that, I'd shoot myself. But they'll give a license to anybody, I guess.
So the bicycle is best in city traffic. It's best for the person who wants to spend the least money. And it's best if your commute isn't too long and the weather conditions aren't too bad. The car is the most comfortable, the best for all weather conditions, the safest, and best for a long distance commute without a lot of traffic. It's also best for northern climates where basically the weather does not always cooperate and you simply cannot ride a motorcycle or a bicycle in the winter. The motorcycle is the fastest and the most fun. If you are living in a crowded city, it'll get you to work faster than a car, probably faster than a bicycle. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Different Spokes signing off, and may the spokes be with you.